So this workshop is about Agile with Scrum framework. Mainly, we are going to focus on the Scrum. A part of that, we'll also cover the SAFe principles. Before starting the workshop, can anybody tell me what is a product?
Okay, so I'll just give very like layman definition for product. Product is something which is more kind of an offering by the company or organization that
Yes.
fulfills requirement or fits the requirement up to a level. And in a normal assumption, product is something which is already built or can require some customizations.
All right. Okay. Any other thoughts? All right. So when I say, I think you mentioned that product is something which is already built, right? Yes. So until unless product is in progress, obviously it is not going to help any of the users. And when you say product, why people need product? Because everybody is having some kind of need or some kind of problem. In order to deal with those needs or those problems, we need something. For example, if we want to write, we need a pen, and pen is a product. If you want to go from one place to another, we need a car. In the summers, we need air conditioner or a fan or something. They all are fulfilling some kind of need. In the same way, softwares. There are few softwares for banking, few for healthcare or gaming software. So any software is fulfilling either some kind of need or solving some kind of problem. Maybe antivirus is solving your problem, or security related stuff is solving the problem of any kind of threat related to banking or your identity and all. So if people don't have need or don't have any problem, obviously we won't be able to build something or sell something. People don't buy products, people buy solutions. And that is why product is anything that provides value to people in order to fulfill the need, solve the problem, or making job easier. If we are doing something which is taking, let's say, a long time, maybe a product can help us to make it quicker. Maybe bicycle or motorbike or something. Okay, so we cannot build product or sell product if it is not required by anybody. Even if we build that product which is not required by anybody, we won't be able to sell it. And here everything is about business, whether it is product or the way we are building it using Scrum, Kanban, SAFe, or anything, or whatever technology we are using. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, the baseline is we should have users to use those products. So and obviously we should be able to grow our business as well. So there are two things: we should have users or customers, and also the product is going to help the business as well. So whatever we do, everything rotates around these two things only. Now when there is a product, there are requirements as well, right? Requirements can be written in many forms. It can be simply written in the form of software requirement specification that we call SRS. They can be written in any Excel sheet or something. So ultimately requirements tell us that what we are expecting to build in this product. And when we are learning Scrum, so in Scrum every requirement goes to product backlog. All right. And a product can be it's not necessary that a product is always a tangible item that you can touch or you can hold. So a product can be a software as well, a product can be a service as well. Okay. Ultimately every product has a vision that we want to accomplish using that product. For example, this training itself has a vision or a goal. Can anyone tell me what is that goal? Why we all
Uh,
are here in this training? Yeah.
Tell what is your question?
See, whenever there is a need, there is a product. Okay.
Mhm.
So every product has a vision, or you can say an end goal that you want to achieve using that product.
Mhm.
So can we call this training a product, this particular workshop?
Right, definitely. This is also a product, non-tangible product, where we are looking at the goal of getting our knowledge upskilling after this training is over. So this is like the way you organized it. This can again be like considered as a product.
Yes. So the vision is for this training, if we consider this training as a product, so the vision is that at the end of the training, uh, we should be able to work on a product using Scrum. You can say that this is a vision for this particular training or workshop. This is our end goal, what you want to achieve. And if this is a product, should it be having a product backlog as well?
Right, for next releases.
So there might be milestones which we want to achieve, right? All right. So if we have product, we have product backlog as well. Can we develop this product using Scrum?
Right.
So Scrum is what we are going to learn. And obviously, if this is a product and if we are not able to build this product using a Scrum framework, obviously it's a shame on Scrum. And rather just understanding Scrum as a training, why can't we do this training in a Scrum way by running these sprints, right? So I have prepared a product backlog. So this is a product backlog, or you can say the user stories for this particular workshop, which we are going to complete. And one good thing about product backlog is, it's always evolving. It's you cannot say that at any point of time that product backlog is freezed. Any requirement comes, it goes to the product backlog. So here I have identified few topics. It does not mean that we cannot add more. So based on the understanding we are having right now, I have created this product backlog in which we are having what is Agile, the Scrum framework, Scrum roles, artifacts, events, user stories, definition of ready, definition of done, estimation, a couple of prioritization techniques like Moscow and WSJF, and scaling Agile framework. During the during the workshop, if we identify that okay, we may need some other topic to discuss on, we can add it to product backlog. Okay, so we are going to run this workshop in a Scrum way. Before starting any product development, do you think it's a good idea to go for a working agreement? Good idea or
Yeah.
bad idea? Okay, why do we create working agreements?
So that there is a kind of agreement between the stakeholders that like what is the expectation out of the whole product.
Correct. So also working agreements, avoids any kind of conflict. People might have different understanding on different things. People might have, different assumptions. And in order to avoid those assumptions, it is very important that everybody is on the same page in terms of understanding um, about all the activities that we are going to do during the workshop. So, for example, if I say that we are going to divide this workshop into 4 sprints. Does it work for you? I know we everybody maybe doesn't understand this concept properly right now, but it's my offering. If I want to run this whole workshop like 2 sprints today and 2 sprints tomorrow, would it be fine with everyone?
As long as product is fine, then I think it's based on it's upon the Scrum Master to decide.
Okay, so there would be a lot of mental models which are going to be broken here. So Scrum Master does not decide the sprint length. Sprint length basically is decided based on the kind of product you are working on, how complex it is, what sprint length is basically going to work best for it, and also depends on that how quick you need to release your product in the market. Let's say if you're working on a chip on a credit card, maybe it has a lot of complexities, it has a lot of dependencies and security things. You cannot deliver or release every day or every week. Okay, it requires a lot of integration, a lot of security tests, and after that only you can release it. So maybe you can release it after 3 months or 6 months once you start working on it. And because of the complexity of the development, testing, integration, and everything, maybe you need 3 to 4 weeks of a sprint. But if you are Make My Trip or Amazon.com, that kind of company, so you cannot release after 3 months or something. You have to release maybe every day, every week. So here we are going to work on the shorter sprint, and also um, the security integration and these issues are also not there. These kind of products are less complex, but they have to respond to the market very quickly. So considering these things, basically we decide what should be the length of our sprint. Make sense? And who does this discussion? Basically, this discussion takes place between product owner and the development team. Okay, Scrum Master, as a facilitator, is responsible to make sure that discussions are going in the right direction. There is proper consent in the team, and so overall, he's facilitated. We are going to talk about this role in detail, but for now, you can say I'm the product owner for this particular product. So I have a vision. I know what are the requirements that we need to work on for that, and I'm proposing that we are going to work on 4 sprints in these 2 days.